Do you feel that everything you achieve is never quite good enough? Do you frequently put off handing in papers or projects, hoping to get them exactly right? Do you believe you must give more than 100% on everything you do, or else you would be average or perhaps a failure? Do you feel that no matter how much you accomplish, you are never good enough? If so, rather than striving toward achievement, you may be aiming to be flawless. Striving for success is not the same as having to be flawless. Perfectionism refers to a set of self-defeating ideas and practices aimed at obtaining overly high unattainable objectives. Perfectionism may sometimes show itself as experiencing guilt tied to notions that we are never good enough. Perfectionism is frequently incorrectly considered as desirable or even required for success. However, recent research has revealed that perfectionistic views impede success. The drive to be flawless may both deprive you of a feeling of personal fulfillment and lead you to fail to accomplish as much as those who have more healthy strivings. If you are a perfectionist, you probably learned early in life that other people appreciated you because of how much you produced or achieved. Often, perfectionists learn to acquire praise by their accomplishments, misunderstanding this approval for love. As a consequence, you may have learned to value yourself exclusively based on other people's approval. Thus, your self-esteem may be dependent largely on external norms. This might make you vulnerable and too sensitive to the views and judgments of others. In striving to defend yourself from such criticism, you may conclude that being flawless is your only protection, but although aiming for the best may be useful, perfectionism as a character can be destructive, placing us in danger of mental and physical sickness. Perfectionism is a multifaceted feature that, according to experts, may be adaptive or maladaptive. In this world, we are always exposed to examination, criticism, correction, and rewards throughout our lives. Society continuously tells us we have or have not done well. Not only do we suffer increased pressures from the outside, but many individuals feel pressure from inside to achieve or perform at a specific level. Such expectations and the perceived desire for perfection may be tiring and, over time, destructive. While it is not improper to strive to improve performance and reach high standards, it is not always useful to see everything that falls short of perfection as undesirable. After all, perfectionism is a typical personality characteristic that may impact many spheres of life. It is also complicated and multifaceted, having good and negative repercussions on who we are and how we think, feel, and conduct. Perfectionistic mindsets put in motion a vicious circle. First, perfectionists establish unachievable objectives. Second, they fail to accomplish these objectives because the goals were unrealistic to begin with. Failure to attain them was, therefore, inevitable. Third, the persistent pressure to reach perfection and the inevitable chronic failure decrease productivity and effectiveness. Fourth, this cycle encourages perfectionists to be self-critical and self-blaming, which results in poor self-esteem. It may also contribute to anxiety and sadness. At this point, perfectionists may give up altogether on their ambitions and establish fresh goals, believing, "This time, if only I work harder, I will succeed." Such thinking puts the whole cycle in action anew. This vicious cycle may be shown by looking at a method in which perfectionists commonly cope with interpersonal interactions. Perfectionists tend to expect or dread condemnation and rejection from others around them. Without recognizing it, perfectionists may sometimes apply their overly high standards to others, being judgmental and demanding of them. Perfectionists may resist letting people see their flaws, not recognizing that the sincerity shown via self-disclosure enables more lasting, genuine connections to be built. Because of this vicious cycle, perfectionists typically have problems becoming close to others, and hence have less than ideal interpersonal interactions. How horrible can it be? For example, the relationship between obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, and perfectionism is extensively known. Perfectionists are more inclined to engage in extensive ordering, cleaning, sanitizing, and inspecting, typically connected to a demand for assurance. Furthermore, people with a greater degree of perfectionism are more prone to getting depression, especially during stressful events. In school, this might include exam time, and in the business, when project timetables slide. If the stress endures, self-oriented perfectionists are more likely to be sad a year later. On the other hand, by limiting expectations and learning to accept lesser standards, the symptoms of depression may lessen. Burnout is a psychosocial condition that is connected with motivational, performance, and psychological difficulties, and because perfectionism comes in the way of properly managing our workload, it's a prevalent element in burnout. Excessively high standards may imply perfectionists are less adept at delegating, prioritizing, and even saying no, resulting in a bigger amount of duties. Procrastination is another prevalent concern among perfectionists. Along with combating other unhelpful practices, perfectionistic concerns establish a gap between a person's real and ideal selves. This sensation of falling short encourages people to put off until tomorrow what they might get done now. Other research, notably in sports, has indicated that perfectionists are also more prone to dread failure. Seeking high standards or aspiring for our utmost accomplishments may drive and urge us to be and do our absolute best. Yet too much, too frequently may impair our wellness, possibly leading to burnout, sadness, and low motivation. Our degree of perfectionism may be created early in our lives, most frequently in reaction to correction, criticism, rewards, and encouragement. Our caregivers' response to our efforts and their degree of support may either lead to high but reasonable goals or a focus on performance at the expense of our emotional needs. Perfectionism may have far-reaching implications, from schooling, employment, and leisure, to sustaining relationships. Ultimately, excessive perfectionism may be taxing, pushing us to our boundaries and leaving us emotionally tired or unable to do what is needed when it is necessary. We hope you liked this video. Like and subscribe for more educated videos like this.